Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Coffee Break. This is Dr. Michelle Alignay. Welcome to June. It's almost half of the year, and I would like to invite you to join me for this first day of June to have this session on Coffee Break. Ask Doc Michelle. So I hope that our friends here will join me. We will be able to engage and to discuss my life, your life, and not everybody's life. But we'll just talk about the things that works for us. And if you have questions, friends, this episode is actually for you. So if you have questions that you would like to ask, if you have mga agam-agam and little doubts, but just, not the things that needs clinical help, okay? I am here to just, troubleshoot some things regarding family life, relationships, and our faith. So I hope that you join me today. This week will be about Ask Doc Michelle. So it's just simply talking about things that I often get, questions that I often hear people ask. Na-miss kong masyadong chumika sa inyo. As you know, I took pahinga serye for 1 week, and I have to reboot myself also. So this afternoon, what I would like us to do is just discuss some things that you would like me to answer. So sa mga regular viewers natin here at Coffee Break Friends, let me know if you're here, if you're watching, meron ka bang tanong, or pwede mo naman ilagay na asking for a friend, ganyan. Put it here at the comment and we'll start troubleshooting those things na kahit na may maliit na insight tayong matutunan from each other, it's going to be a wonderful learning session for the next 30 minutes. Because why did I think about doing this? It's just like, in video, there's such thing as an open mic. And sometimes it's really nice for us to talk about things that we just might have we just might need some clarity about, or we just need to simply be answered. But since I'm waiting for you to start asking questions, you can post it here at the comment section. If you are here already, friends, please say hi. um, say hi to June, say hi to life, say hi to better and stronger in our faith, better and stronger in our lives. Kahit na there's a lot of challenges, there's so many things happening. I would like us to really sit down together. So, nako, Chessy, sinimulan mo na ang pagtatanong, and I like that. Uh, yeah, this is really happy year check-in. So, bago kita sagutin, okay, I would like us to mga meron ng mga friends na nag-send sa akin ng questions when they saw me talking about Ask Dr. Michelle this afternoon. So allow me to just to check in with you. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? How are you? What is that on top of your mind right now? What's on your plate? Ako, alam nyo, I'll be honest with you, I'm recovering from so many things. Recovered, not just from hair loss. Kaya ganyan ang buhok ko because I really would like to change so many things right now. I'm recovering. That's where I am, and I'm trying to be open and vulnerable to you. But bakit ang ganda ng hair ko? It's a reboot thing. It's a reboot thing, Chessy, because this is the kind of hair that I so love. Parang I really dictate it. I really have to just sit down with the ren of my life, my hairdresser, and then tell him that I want that cropped hair. Sabi niya, okay, ako bahala. Yan. So, okay, so let's start the ball rolling. So how are you today? How are you? Where are you right now? Half a year, June, May has ended, so we're given a new opportunity this month to do things better. So please put that in the comment section. So what I would like to you to do is put how you are in the comment section and join me for the rest of the day. And if you feel like you would like to send love by supporting Coffee Break, you can send our digital gifts through stars. So by it's passing on the blessing of Coffee Break to yourself and to the people that is working with me. So now, the first question. Nakakatawa ka, Chessy, sa first question mo, di ba? Ang ganda ng hair mo. So, first question, how do you set boundaries with twins or teens? Uh, Hindi ko muna sasagutin ng ODL natin. Mga bandang July na yan. Online distance learning yan. Ah, okay, setting boundaries with your teens and tweens. Yes, lalo na sa tweeners, it's very important to set to start setting boundaries, lalo na yung physical boundaries with your teens and tweens, because it's already teaching them respect with their bodies. But personally, when my kids are small, of course they like they like we still dress up in front of them, but eventually we weed them out because we would like to teach them the value of respecting your body, that your body is yours alone to see. So I think that's the one of the things, that the boundary that we set. Would you like to clarify what kind of boundary would you like to have? Or boundary, another boundary is kung ano yung kaya nilang gawin. So, the best thing to do when setting what is it that my child can do for himself and what is it that I need to step aside or step back so my child can do, you can gauge that. You are the parent. Pero you need to stop doing it so that you can see kung kaya ba. Because we will be amazed that if we step back, uh, if we will step back, then the kids can do. Another thing, boundary, gusto kong mag-lock ng door sa bathroom. Yes, I think that's a perfect question for many moms. Who among you who will be able to relate with us that we just would like to lock ourselves up in the bathroom, or minsan we would like to just stay in the bed without thinking about ulam, without thinking about the kids, without thinking about home life. I know, Chessy, hindi ka nag-iisa. Hindi ka nag-iisa that you would like to do that. Yes, that's a very good boundary setting. And once you start doing it, your kids uh, your kids also will realize that that's your time for yourself. But if it's your 9-year-old who wants to lock the bathroom, bigyan mo lang siya since 9-year-old yan, bigyan mo lang siya ng time limit. Okay, I'm allowing you to lock yourself up in the bathroom for 20 minutes. Diba? Kasi they're still quite small. And it will be wonderful for them to have that experience of me time, so that when they're older they know that they would like to have that space for themselves. And once hindi ganun ka toxic, maybe you can start asking your daughter or your son that why is it that you would like to be by yourself? What are the things that you would like to do? So what is it? What how does it make you feel when you're by yourself? So you can start asking that. Okay, I hope I answered that. Magchika na lang tayo in another time if you would like to expound on this, Jessie. Another thing. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. Hi, good afternoon, Doc Michelle. I started watching you after your previous guesting in Brother Bo's dinner date. Oh, yeah, I love dinner dates with Brother Bo and Ate Maru. I love your aura and perspective. What can you advise married couples starting a new after infidelity, back to do list while also healing and trying to fix our marriage? Thank you very much. Oh, I think this is really recovery. This is recovery. This is not an actual advice, but if it's in the process of recovery, especially after infidelity, of course, there's pain. And actually, there's grief. So pag sinabi natin na there's grief, you might also try to treat that case of infidelity as may nawalang part sa'yo. Of course, nawala yung trust, nawala rin yung loyalty, nawala yung maraming aspeto ng married life niyo yung nawala. So treat it uh, ulitan, but ulitan. Pero wag niyong bibitawan yung mga lessons na natutunan niyo from that infidelity. What I mean is that you have to look into that crisis experience and check ano ba yung mga bagay that we need to improve so that our marriage will be a fair proof, infidelity proof. Ano yung mga hindi namin ginawa dati? Are we so into the kids? Hindi kami nag-weekly check-in. Uh, we don't have an intimate or sexual life ng husband ko. Um, masyado niya akong binibilittle or ako naman binibilittle niya ako. Understand ano yung mga bagay that you were not able to do when you were together, so that you can start picking up yung mga bagay that you would like to put back again. And one thing that I guarantee you, it's not going to be easy. Hindi yan automatic. It's not gonna be magic. While we want it to be na, ay sana tapos na agad. Kala ko ba tapos na? Kala ko ba okay na tayo? I guarantee you, it's going to still fluctuate. May mga may mga difficulties pa na ma-encounter as you move forward. I hope that you also consider na meron mga times that you would have that, kasi dati yung the pain of the past, the bubog will haunt you again. So I hope that first you start learning the lessons, and then second, be prepared that it's not going to be smooth sailing. It's not going to be very easy. And third, you have to be attuned with each other no matter what. What do I mean by this? You have to be attuned with each other. Always align with each other. Always check with your husband. Okay ba to sa'yo? At lagi niyong pinag-uusapan yung proseso. Huwag niyong papatulugin yung problema. What I mean is that kung dati hindi natin pinapansin and we just shelved it, then it's high time for us to really look into the problems that we have. Yes, you are healing, so be kind to yourself. Give your time to heal. So minsan baka bigla kang maiinis, bigla kang magagalit ulit, and it's actually normal. So you have to be very kind to yourselves. We all go through that, either infidelity or other issues that we may have in the marriage. Para tayong minsan bigla na lang sasabog because of everything. And I hope that's something that you can work on it. Learn the lessons, be attuned with each other, and be prepared that it's not gonna be smooth sailing. I hope that I answered you, Jasmine. Hazel, I'm feeling anxious with on how things are going. I'm trying to remain calm and pray more. I know what I need to do, but there are times when I feel demotivated and undervalued. Oh, actually, as much as I would like to answer you, these are the things that I can say. I don't know the whole story. Yes, you may be calm and you pray, but it's possible that the circumstances, it's still there. So no matter what you do, it's still there. The stressor, and maybe you can start looking into the stressor in another way. Maybe you can look at the opportunity that comes with that stress or difficult circumstances that you may have. I know I know that I need to do what I need to do, but there are times when I feel demotivated and undervalued. If you are talking about this in the context of relationship, you are if it's in at work, and then try to value yourself. Try to look into yourself like, I have value. Maybe it's a matter of perception about how you value yourself. If people at work do not value you, and then start valuing yourself. If still you're not growing in the work that you're doing, and you feel that parang, hey, I'm not going anywhere here, and then baka you might look for another opportunity in other companies who might know your value, who's putting value on you. But don't forget, at the bottom of it, at the end of the day, it's still how you are kind and you value yourself. You're feeling anxious, you are calm and you pray, but also try to be kind to yourself. Try to be give yourself more value. Try to be more understanding. Pag hindi ka makaproduce, try to be more understanding na this is not easy for me. If you would like to parang to say that nahihirapan ako, tell yourself nahihirapan ako. But don't get stuck there. Nahihirapan ako, and then what? Okay? So there you go. Una, you have to value yourself first, and then check where is that the motivation coming from, and then check your circumstances. If it's really toxic or if it's already stressing you despite everything that you're doing. Being calm and being prayerful are good solutions, but you have to check, am I not addressing the issue? Baka naman ginagawa lang natin na parang quick fix yung being calm and being prayerful, but we're not really answering the bottom issue, which is maybe your self worth. You're expecting a lot from other people or your company. I don't know the context, but you have to check because these things, prayer, it's important. Being calm, it's important, but it's not the answer alone. It's not band-aid. So check if it's a long-term solution or a band-aid solution. I really like your questions, everyone. So please keep it coming. I hope I answered you, Hazel. God bless you. Okay, Janelle. Hi, Janelle. Napapakapi ako and I hope may kapi rin kayo. I wanted to fix my marriage. I think pareho kayo ng tanong, Roneth and Janelle. I wanted to fix my marriage after infidelity. I asked to be with my husband again. I can't decide, but maybe because I'm deeply hurt sa nangyari. I'm with my I'm in my province right now, kasama baby ko. Hindi ko kaya makisama sa asawa ko. Same thing din sa husband ko towards me. He is so mad at me. Okay, I would like Oo, Chessy. Actually, iced coffee yung iniinom ko eh. This is really iced coffee, iced brewed coffee. Because kailangan natin, parang nakikita ko na yung thread ng tanong for everyone. How to deal with heartbreak after ex cheated on me? Mamaya sasagutin kita. Janelle, ang tanong dyan, you don't automatically patch up with your husband if the two of you are not willing. Hindi mo naman pwedeng pagkabitin ang dalawang bagay kung hindi naman sila magkatugma. So you have to be aligned. You want to fix your marriage, but this your husband wants to fix the marriage. Kasi I've heard a lot of before when I was doing one-on-one. I'm no longer doing one-on-one counseling, but this is something that I hear a lot of women are going through. I want to fix my marriage. I want my husband and I to work on it, but the husband don't want to work on it. Whether we like it or not, dead end. Dead end yun kasi ayaw ng other party. So ano magagawa natin? What we can do is to simply to accept the situation. If you are hurt and then start healing, healing will not come because you are patching the marriage. So start including Euronet, start the process of forgiveness. Either you talk to the ex or not. Either you talk to your husband or not. Start your own healing journey by trying to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive him, even if hindi nila hiningi. Kahit sila yung may problema, kahit kayo may problema, start the process of forgiveness. Why? Kasi kahit na malayo kayo, pero kung yung nasa isip nyo, at punong-puno yung araw nyo ng thoughts about the person, your ex or your husband, and then still, that emotional distance, the emotional distance, wala emotional distance because that person, it's still ruling your system. Um, so here, it might be good for you, yes, Janelle, that you're physically away, but you are working on yourself. If the time comes that you and your husband are both willing, not just one party, both willing to work on the marriage. But I would like to warn you, meron ako mga na-encounter na women, pag nag-sorry na yung lalaki, automatic na sige, makikipagbalikan. Eh, sorry na daw eh. Personally, I don't operate like that. Ayokong ganun yung solusyon kasi hindi naman work out at wala namang battle plan. Kumbaga wala namang intervention plan in my work as a counselor. Wala namang intervention plan on what's going to happen. So you will only, for me, if you can, the best way to to work on a marriage, to work on a relationship, if both of you would agree, basic yun. Kasi kung wala, hindi. Hindi mag Second, are you still here, friends? The second is that if the other person would really discuss and get intervention, get the help of a marriage counselor, or kayong dalawa mismo, you have a trusted ninong or ninang na nagiging accountable kayo na ito po yung mga naging issue namin, and then you would align the issues. Because I've seen wives, sinuyo lang ng husband, nag-sorry lang, bumigay na. I'm sorry to say that, but we are worth more than that. Lalo na if it's an infidelity issue. Because infidelity issue, it's beyond just landi. Ibig sabihin, there might be dynamics in the person and in the marriage or in the relationship that needs to be delved deeper. That infidelity, that's not the problem itself, but infidelity, it's actually a symptom of the problem with the psyche of the person having infidelity, or the dynamics of your relationship as a couple that made the person cheat. Because cheating, it's actually for many, some are not, for some it's actually a sign of looking for emotional connection. You get it? So that's infidelity. So kung dun sa marriage, there's no emotional connection, hindi na nananourish ang isa't isa. Really, men have a tendency to go out and to look for ways to to nurture themselves or to get that emotional connectedness that they are longing for. The same way with us. Kaya nga, honestly, it's actually a self-esteem issue, or sometimes it's a generational issue, lalo na kung normal sa kanila yung may infidelity. Totoo yun. So, nagiging normal na rin sa iba. So, I would like you to really look into that. So, where are you here? Where is your So that's what dapat pala infidelity yung topic natin, 'di ba? Parang ang daming nagtatanong about it. So here, as I go through, you heal first. You heal first. Both you, Ronette, are you still with me, and Jonelle? You heal first. Try to check where your heart is. Why do you want to get back? Jonelle, bakit gusto mo magkabalikan? Alam ko para sa anak mo, pero ready ba kayo? May willingness ba pareho? Kung may willingness, and then wag kayong papayag na sorry lang at bulaklak lang, tapos na. Balikan na hindi. There are more problems that needs to be resolved in order for you to work on the marriage. And Ronette, how to heal heartbreak after my ex cheated on you? I don't know if you're single, Ronette, or you're married. If you're single, yeah, gusto ko sabihin get out, but get to know yourself again if you're single. I think for married couples, kung kayo rin ay kay Janelle, applicable din yun. Kilalanin mo ulit yung sarili mo. Get to know what you like. Go back to basic again. So that's one way to heal. Ako, one way for me, the best way, deepen your spiritual life. Deepen your spiritual life, because God has a way of turning things out. God has a way. Janelle, how to heal after? Okay, you are single. Okay, I saw that. You are single. She chose the other person. Okay, this is really crazy, but I don't want it to sound passe, or I don't want it to sound like something I'm belittling you. Get to know yourself again if you're single and ready to mingle. But I would like to tell you, masakit yan, but it's not the end of the world. At least you are not yet married. I hope that you don't mind me saying it. I'll be very blunt about it, that maaga pa lang nakita mo na may tendency pala siya to cheat. To cheat, diba? So it's actually a blessing in disguise. I know heartbreaks can be so bad, but heartbreaks can actually your breakthroughs to get to know yourself again and to get up from that. So how to do that? Get to know yourself again, have a deeper spiritual life, get to know God, get to know yourself, and get to know your place in the world. I think get to know your bigger purpose. Yun yung mga nangyayari sa iba. Pag nahanap mo yung in the process that you lost somebody, you are actually that, yeah, thanks Doc, maaga pa lang bumigay na po siya. Yes, that's a blessing for you. That's God's teacher already. So, di ba, sometimes God's remove people in our lives for us to see ourselves better and to see God's bigger purpose. Okay? Next talk mo, heartbreaks and breakthroughs. Oo, Chessy, pwede yan. Okay. I'll talk about, thank you. Ronette, I hope I answered you. Jing, hi Jing. My husband and I have different approach in raising kids and disciplining. He believes in the rod and I believe in talking with the child, which is sometimes the cause of conflict. It doesn't mean I'm better, but how do we reconcile this in order for us to harmonize the approach? Talk and talk and talk. You have to keep aligning. No one size fits all. I'm not saying may mga sitwasyon that talking would merit and there might be situation that his approach might merit. But if you don't believe in his approach, you have to continuously align. Because it's not all the time that you use the rod or discipline in that way. So maybe you and husband can just sit down and see what are the circumstances that we need to talk to the kids. The thing with using the rod is that the kids know that that's because it's a quick solution. It's a very quick solution. It's a temporary solution actually. But then there's no responsibility and there's no in-depth process with the kids. Hindi nila nare-realize kung bakit. Alam nilang may mali and then they're reprimanded for that. But there's lack of what do you call that? If it's causing the conflict already, you two have to really align and to have to devise a plan. Pag ganitong nangyari, itong approach natin. Pag ito, ito. Okay? So you have to actually balance everything because it's really critical. Okay, Chessy, are cheating pandemic-induced? Posible. Posible, Chessy, because for the reason that, are you still here? Um, Friends, you're still here, right? I think I said this often. Remember, when we were in the pre-pandemic, if we have issues with our husbands or our partners and we leave the house, the issue is still there, but we don't necessarily have to confront it right away. But during this pandemic situation, the issues actually surface. I'm not excused from that. Yung mga issues namin ng husband ko rin. Kaya alam ko na nangyayari. And I would really be talking to some other friends. Ganun din. Lumalabas yung issues nila ngayon because you're literally breathing at each other's neck. Hindi ba? Magkasama the whole time. Nasa bahay most of the time. Yung patterns, is that nandyan na yung innate tendencies nyo. So what is good for you to really do is actually protect the marriage. Saka there's also monotony in everything. So couples tend to be bored. But if you do not want to confront the issues with each other, the tendency is that you will look outside to be able to fulfill that emotional need that you have. Kaya nangyayaring infidelity. Friends, hindi lang yan sa men. Kasi there are women who's also having affairs kasi hindi nila nakukuha yung emotional needs. So, I would like you to think about that yes, it's possible that being so trapped, bored, and the monotony of the pandemic, if you have an issue with your partner, especially with your spouse, it is really likely that if you do not want to deal with the issue, if you both of you are just close-minded or close your doors, wag mo akong salagin, kasalanan mo yan, keep blaming each other for your issues, where would you get that emotional nourishment or emotional sustenance or emotional needs that we humans have? One time, I told my husband, sabi ko, ang dami nating friends na puro may infidelity issue. Huwag kang tutulad doon ha. And this is what he said. Um, Isa ka na nga lang hindi pa kita kaya. Dadagdagan ko pa. Funny him. But that makes sense. That makes sense. Why? Because men and women find another person to fill in their needs when their emotional needs are not met by their spouses. And when their emotional needs are not met by their spouses, it's because they have a gap or they have a conflicting situation that both of them do not want to confront. So it is also possible that infidelity is brought about that this person do not want to confront his her own issues. Kasi whether you admit it or you admit it, friends, hindi ba, ang infidelity is mako-confront yung sarili na, sorry, not infidelity, conflicts. Couple conflicts will actually confront issues with ourselves. It's not about the other couple, it's about us, two different humans clashing on, and the dynamics is having friction. Kaya iyan, pag hindi ready, self-aware, mature, and open yung isang tao to deal with his or her issue in the face of the other, kumbaga hindi mag-align, that's the time that they go to another route. Mas madaling makipaglandian ulit, kumbaga ayoko na nito. Ayoko na nitong putahe to. Kesa sa magluto ako ng ibang ulam, magpapadeliver na lang ako ng bagong meal, ng bagong maghanap na lang ako ng bagong makakain. Kasi ayoko nang i-retoke, ayoko nang i-repair. Friends, mas mahirap ang repair. So bago tayo dumating dun sa repair, i-affair or infidelity proof na natin yung marriage. Either you are single or either you are married. So, does that make sense? Jessie, does that make sense? Diba? So, that is really, so what we're doing, I'll be honest with you, kahit na may issue kami ni husband, nagde-date kami. Kasi that's our time to be aligned with each other, either sa gilid ng bahay or we go out. Because that's part of married life. Continue lighting your fire and continue na kahit na nauupos na at napapagod, put effort for each other. I'm not saying that our marriage is perfect, but I'm saying that we keep working on it. Because if not, madaling lumusot. Either sa kanya or sa atin or sa inyo, madaling lumusot. I hope that I answered that. Naabutan din kita. Hi Mara, thank you for the stars. Oh yeah, hi Yeng, thank you for the stars. Are there our star sender? Meron ba kayong magaling na tanong that I can answer while I answer the question of Jasmine? Thank you, Doc Michelle. I appreciate. I forgot to add, we have no kids yet. The infidelity happened last year while he is busy and stressed with work. Yes, I'm trying to be intentional about healing our marriage and we are both willing to work out on what we need to do. Madami na din akong nabasang articles about infidelity and healing. We both want to heal and work on our relationship. True about husband and their struggles. I think we need marriage therapy as yes. So if you want to really work on it, put the parameters. The two of you can talk about it. So, do we have more questions? Do you have more questions? I think I am on my 30 minutes. Jessie, heartbreak and breakthroughs, next topic. Okay, there's one question that my friend asked me. How I think many moms can relate with this. How do you tell your husband that your stress with work from home, you're full-time working at home, you're attending to your small children, and of course, home chores. Kasi sometimes the husband would just say na ang arte mo naman, ako rin naman nagtatrabaho. Is that valid? Friends, mommies and daddies, don't belittle also the struggle of working mothers who are working from home. Kasi I myself can relate, nagkataon lang is that nagkataon lang that I have bigger kids already. But I told my friend, and I'm telling you that, how do you talk about it? Don't talk about it when pagdating nyo sa gabi, pagdating ng husband sa gabi, huwag nyo pag-uusapan, tapos naiinis ka dahil ang daming trabaho, or nagagalit siya sa'yo because there are some things that you did not do for the family, or you did not do for yourself, or for him. First, you have to be kind to yourself. The second thing is that don't talk about issues in the middle of the don't talk about issues in the middle of the clash or in the middle of the misunderstanding. Talk about issues maybe on another day or maybe when you're cooler, and do it in the tone of concern, and the two, hindi para hindi maarte. Hindi ka lang we're not just nagging, we're just making dakdak or ngaw-ngaw. I have to use those words, but we are actually laying down that this is really my daily struggle. And I hope that you will help me. Do it at the tone of concern for your welfare, for your kids' welfare, and for the family's welfare. I hope you listen to me because this is important for me. I think that is a very strong message to the husband. It's actually asserting ourselves that I hope that you listen to me because this is important for me. I hope you take note because this is something that I would really like us to work on. If you can talk about this thing and declare it on a tone that we are not blaming, but we are doing it to cooperate with each other, we do it because we would like to work on the family, then it will be good. I hope that that makes sense. Okay, another question. Um, Oh, hi Mara. I like this. How far can infidelity go to forgive your husband? What do you mean, how far can infidelity go to forgive your husband? Um, Actually, depende yan sa tao eh. Meron yung parang nakipaglandian lang or emotional adultery lang, talagang ayaw na nila. Pero meron naman, I have a friend that matagal na palang may affair yung husband and may anak na sa iba, and then they decided to still work on the marriage nung nagbalikan sila when the husband asked for forgiveness. So it's a case to case basis. It depending on it's depending on the intention of the husband. Kung totoong sorry si husband and he wants to work on the marriage, by all means we have to look into, will he leave the other person or will he leave the third party? And will he cooperate with me asking him to go to therapy, asking him to also to, if will not, let's attend a marriage retreat for couples. So kung magko-cooperate si husband to work on it, and will he be open also to the things that we're going to talk about? Ay, dito nagkamali tayo dito dati, ito hindi natin nagawa. You have to put measures. Pero kung sa akin, kung lip service lang si husband, yung, "Eh, sorry na nga, ito nga, let's go on a trip, let's go to Europe, let's go na honeymoon again." Pero pagbalik, okay, after that good feels, after the romantic vibe of your trip, will he be willing to work on the marriage? Relationship is actually in the nitty-gritty details of everyday life. It's not in a trip. It's not in Paris. It's not even in Holy Land. Because when you're on a trip, I believe, oo, nasusukat yung discussion nyo. Pero nasusukat din doon, mas nasusukat sa totoong buhay yung intention nyo sa isa't isa. When both of you are stressed, or both of you needs to put food on the table, in the middle of work, in the middle of either it's infidelity, either it's something to forgive about, either it's an old issue that you and your husband have. I believe that intention matters, the intention to work on it. So it would really be up to you. I hope I answered that, Mara. Mara, my dear. Mara, matulog ka na. You're all the way from LA. Thank you very much. Let me know if that I answered you. Okay. Next question. Is checking on husband's phone and messages crossing boundaries, or is privacy existent between husband and wife? Yes, I believe personally, I don't check my husband's phone or email because that is giving him that positive regard. That's giving him the privacy that he needs. That is him. You are an adult and you are a responsible person already. And then I respect you. No matter what you do, that is your responsibility. Uh, So, there you go. So, yes, privacy is existent kahit na sa anak natin na who are already, what, 12, 13? It's already existed. It's already existent. So, you have to, honoring privacy is honoring the person. Giving yourself the space also. So, if you would like to be regarded as a person, to be respected, you have to give it to other people. I hope I answered that, Jing. Janelle. Talagang in the mood kayo, friends, ha, to ask questions. So I'm late. This is the last thing, the question. So Thursday, we will keep answering these kinds of questions that I hope that you'll be ready for more. Jonel, my husband keeps on denying na may affair siya, but I knew it and alam ng mga friends niya may affair. Do you think I should agree with my husband o follow your instinct? Sa akin, kung meron na naman talagang you know that there is, and you know that your relationship is not how it's supposed to be, and then go and confront, assert yourself. Because honestly, the saddest thing is that some husbands would not admit that there is because they will keep denying. So you just tell them na, okay, if you don't have it or you have it, let's work on the marriage. Let's go to marriage therapy. 'Di ba? So pag hindi siya nag-cooperate, so it's just an indicator that you don't want to work on our marriage. So we can see what are the areas that we need to improve on. Right? That's the saddest thing. Maraming ayaw umamin na may affair. And yan, alam ng friends na meron. So if you have proof, actually for me, you just have to also trust your instinct because you would feel, am my husband treating me the same way? Am my husband wooing me? Am my husband pursuing me? Is this how he was when we were younger? So ganito ba yung treatment niya sa akin? Or parang hindi ako makakonect sa kanya? That connection, friends, that would save the day. If you see that your husband is like a different human being, hindi niyo siya kilala, and then all of a sudden, parang iba yung ginagawa niya, and then that connection will save the day. So, the last point that I would like to share with you, infidelity, halos puro infidelity ang ating issues, no? Infidelity, renewing your marriage, renewing your relationship with yourself, it's all about connection. It's all about connecting again with yourself by forgiving yourself, by being kind to yourself, by healing. And forgiveness, it's something that we give the other person, but it's actually a gift we give to ourselves. So that's for us. Uh, so I would like you to look into that you have to restore yourself first, and then you have to restore your relationship with the Lord, because I believe that kahit na we are struggling with our prayer time, we are struggling with so many things, it's the only thing that can save the day. Even our husband cannot really save the day. See, they are our source of affection, but they are our source of stress. So, in that relationship with the Lord, it's the one who will show us how to deal with all these intricacies of life, how to deal with all the differences that we have with the people that we love. So there you go. So relationship with the Lord, relationship with ourselves will bear fruits with how we relate to other people. And I pray that each of you, those who ask questions, I pray that I answered you. I hope that I answered you with this, and I hope that this has blessed you also, and it can bless other people. So let's keep this kind of conversation going. I hope to hear your questions again on family life and relationships. I'm going to continue my discussion on Ask Dr. Michelle on Thursday here at Coffee Break. Thank you, everybody. So join me again on Thursday. Thank you for those who sent stars, Mara and Yang. So if you are blessed with this topic, the topics that we discussed, you can bless me also. You can bless the people who work with me by sending your digital gifts through stars here at Coffee Break. So I hope that we can bless each other um, by sharing also a video, sharing this coffee break session, and sending stars and sharing with me what are your thoughts about these topics. See you again on Thursday. This is Dr. Michelle Arignay for Coffee Break.